Welcome everyone. How you doing? I know I just put up a live stream 10 hours ago, but something's been bugging me, so I decided to do another live stream. This one is, are we living in the last days? And these verses can be found in Matthew, Mark, and Luke. And they basically say the same thing. So I'm going to go with Matthew. The focus is going to be verses 6 through 8, but I'm going to read the verses surrounding it to put it in context, because I like context. Jesus answered, "Watch out that no one deceives you, for many will come in my name, claiming I am the Messiah, and will deceive many. You will hear of wars and rumors of wars, but see to it that you are not alarmed. Such things must happen, but the end is still to come. Nation will rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. There will be famines and earthquakes in various places. All these are the beginning of birth pains." Okay. So first, let me focus on verse 4. Many will come in my name, claiming I am the Messiah. People. In the time that Jesus supposedly lived, there were a lot of Messiah figures. He wasn't the only one. There were a bunch of them. And if every single one of them said what he says here, "For many will come in my name, claiming I am the Messiah," who are you supposed to believe? Are you supposed to believe Jesus? Are you supposed to believe the many others who claim to be the Messiah, saying the exact same thing? Many will come in my name, saying I am Messiah. So it doesn't make any sense. In this day and age, in Jesus' time, there were many, many Messiah figures. So don't get fooled. If you really want to look at this stuff, go look at a history book. Swear to God, I am not lying. Messiah figures in this time and in this place were a dime a dozen. Verse 6. You will hear of wars and rumors of wars, but see to it that you are not alarmed. Such things must happen, but the end is still to come. Nation will rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. There have been wars for as long as humanity has existed. Long before there were nations. Long before there were kingdoms. Groups of humans were fighting against other groups. This is nothing new, people. It goes back very far in our past, and it has nothing to do with end times. Because if you want to talk about rumors of wars and nation rising up against nation and all this, then first of all, you have to go back to the beginning of nations. But even before that, humans were fighting each other before there even were nations. So come on. It's not rocket science, people. This is not the sign of the end times. It's not that hard. And then 7b There will be famines and earthquakes in various places. All these are the beginning of birth pains. Again, there have been famines for millennia. And it didn't just start with humans. There have been famines for animals before humans evolved. And as for earthquakes, there have always been earthquakes. And as for earthquakes in various places, I mean, you've got to be kidding me. There are fault lines all over the earth. We're not talking about just the big fault lines that everybody knows about. We're not talking just about the San Andreas fault. We're not just talking about the fault in India. We are not just talking about the faults that lie in the Ring of Fire. We are talking about all over the earth. There are fault lines. There have always been fault lines. There will always be fault lines. And just because an earthquake happens that in a place where it typically doesn't happen, well, first of all, earthquakes do happen all the time, even in places where you don't think an earthquake does happen. But the earthquake is so minor, you don't even feel it. But there are times when an earthquake will come in a place where you don't really think of earthquakes happening. When I lived in Alabama, there was an earthquake in northeast Alabama around Gadsden. And that's a place where you don't usually think of earthquakes happening. But again, there are fault lines all over the globe. So earthquakes have been happening since the earth cooled down. No big deal. Earthquakes have always been happening. Wars have happened since the dawn of humanity. It's not just the dawn of nations, not just the dawns of kingdoms, the dawn of humanity. People have been fighting against people forever. The Messiah. Again, this was a time and a place where Messiah figures were a dime a dozen. Don't get fooled. Do not freak out because some idiot tells you that we are living in the last days, because we are not. These things have been happening forever. Forever. There's nothing new. Nothing. Nothing. So don't get your peonies in a wad, as one of my friends used to say. I think we were in 7th grade. I've always remembered that one. Don't go screaming about saying, the world's gonna end, the world's gonna end. No, not in our lifetime. Unless we decide that, we're just going to destroy it. But, no. It's not going to end in our lifetime. We've got a lot of things that can happen that will, that may spell the end of the earth. None of them are going to happen in our lifetime. Disasters have been going on for centuries and millennia. War is as old as humans, and everything else has been happening since the earth cooled down. Period. Nothing is going to happen to destroy the earth within our lifetime. Nothing. Things can happen that will shake your world. Yes. But it is your world. It is not the world. So, I hope that you will take comfort in the fact that the world isn't going to end anytime soon. And for you people who are scaring the living daylights out of people, saying these are the last days and we should expect Armageddon any day now, stop. Stop. It's not going to happen. Just stop. You're scaring people to death. And that is not cool. Just stop. So I will see you guys later. Don't have much else to say. Just wanted to get on here and say my little piece. World is not ending. It's not going to end for some time. Like I said, there's a lot of things that can happen, but they're not going to be in our lifetime, so don't worry about it. Have fun, guys. Visit my website. I do have a merchandise store now that you can order things from. Also, leave comments in the comment section. As always, I love hearing from you, and it also triggers the YouTube algorithm. And I will see you guys later. Bye.